Hello, guys. Welcome back. I originally made this and went on for 20 minutes, but I think I can recap in 10 minutes or less. So, somebody asked me, is it normal to prefer working with a god aspect of a divinity or the goddess or vice versa? For one, it's kind of controversial and new in the sense to say that all deities have this. Some people would just plots and there would be kittens everywhere because how dare you say this hyper masculine deity has one bit of femininity in them. But to me it's normal. To me, I bring in a lot of stuff, so I can't speak for everyone, but to me it's normal. I definitely prefer working with male gods. I have to make an effort to work with goddesses. I definitely prefer my goddesses that I work with to be tomboyish. Every goddess I work with, at least for me, presents tomboyishly. She can also be feminine and beautiful and everything else, but it's kind of like I love Marilyn Monroe, but I always saw that bit of tomboy in her too. Even though you would have said she was the ultimate female icon, I still felt that tomboyish energy off of her. So obviously, I will work with goddesses like that, but I think we're all drawn to different types of energy. Some people find masculine energy very comforting and very soothing. I always have. When I get to pick out my own furniture, my own clothes, it's more of a masculine bend. I think you can tell. Hey, heck, I grow beards, so know, I like that. I'm gender fluid. I'm a dude, but at times, and I never come on and announce it. I've never done the thing of trying to. I went through a phase of trying to lower my voice, and it just sounded like I had a cold, and it sounded very bad. It sounded like a very poorly filling drag queen, so I was like, yeah, that's just not going to work. So, I definitely feel that the pool of male energy for me, speaking for myself, male energy is very comforting. Not in a female way of needing that completion, but male energy is where I belong. I probably present masculine. 50% of the time when people meet me, in public, they either passes over their head that I'm gay and they think I'm one of them, especially women, you know, or they think I'm a lesbian. It's like I've never had one person once say pansexual. Gay people have looked at me like kind of speculatively, like I know, but I'm not sure. I think I know. No, maybe you're straight. Maybe you're not. I don't know because I don't. There's like no pansexual dress code. We just dress worse than lesbians. Everybody knows that. I'm getting cheers and laughter. Well, gay men can dress, lesbians can dress, bisexual people have it on point. Pansexuals, we're just like a hot mess because we don't even know what we are today. We're just going to throw everything together and hope for the best. And, I'm getting cheers and giggles, but you have to be able to laugh at yourself as a gay person. You do. And for some people, it's the opposite. They love that feminine energy off the goddesses or off a goddess aspect of a divinity. They find it comforting. They find it delightful. And I do too at times. So I get the appeal. And, they love to bathe in that. And some people work exclusively with goddesses or goddess aspect. It's never a thing you have to do. You don't have to work with both energies. That's a kind of very Wicca concept, and Wicca is getting dragged through the mud over the last X amount of years because it's very heteronormative. God, goddess come together, smush, 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 baby, second. Oh my God. Well, that's like the whole entire creation story. Like the God and goddess got on hot and heavy, and boom, universe, everything. I the weirdest version I heard was that, and I'm not trying to disrespect, was that there were originally three gods to represent the male aspect of the maiden mother crown, and they each had to get busy with the goddess, and I had to sit there and think about that for a very, very long time. Especially the description of the elder sage, say his part in all of this. I had to sit and think quietly for a long time. I think I stared at the wall for a while. But it's probably that gay person reaction of okay, good for you, I guess. It's very heteronormative, so I think that's also why I phased out of Wicca too, because there's really not a gay spot. It's either it's very aggressively lesbian, and then I had a straight witch screaming to me. She at least tried to present as straight, but honestly, she had a female partner working with her, so I don't know. And she kept saying to me personally, so I must have read it as lesbian. She's like, there was this lesbian circle, and they wouldn't let us work with us. They wouldn't let us work with them. They wouldn't let us, they wouldn't let the two women work with them. I said, well, then say you're a lesbian and work with them. I'm like, be an honorary lesbian for a day. What's the matter with being a lesbian? And she was just kind of like looking at me. And I never came out to my parents, but people would certainly read me as strange and wrong because I'm in a very conservative area where if you haven't gotten married by 18 and aren't putting babies out into the world, there's something horrifically wrong with you. And so, we can all be attracted to different aspects of God, goddess, divine being for some strange reason. There are people that not strange reason for whatever reason we have, I'm sorry. But some people like genderless. Some people like that genderless aspect of a divinity that they find it comforting that it's not really male, it's not really female, it's nothing. Some people find that comforting. I like masculine energy. I will work with goddesses, but I sometimes have to bring myself around to that. But I notice, like I've said, I like the tomboyish. And a lot of us we bring at least I do baggage to the table in our walk with them. Obviously I grew up like every other girl because I was trying to live straight, reading all those fashion magazines, and you just say fashion magazine and women go, all those messages about this is what you must do to be a woman, this is how you must dress, and this is the scent you must wear, and this is the perfume, and this is how you must talk, and this is how you must present yourself, and these are the acceptable things for you to do in society. Yeah, that was strange. I went through the period of trying to fit into that, and I never did. I have dresses, and I have tons of high heels and everything else, and it's just like I would approach that honestly more from the male aspect of my personality wanting to be a beautiful drag queen than I would approach it as a woman. I don't fit that female mold, so I find it more attractive to hang out with the dudes, and it feels like when I'm with the male gods, there is no pressure to do all that stuff. I think that's what it is for me. There's no pressure to dress up in a dress and put on makeup and be super pretty and go hee hee and act, like girls. And the goddesses have never done it either. But with the guys, there's zero pressure. Being just one of the guys is, perfectly fine for me. It's like that's fine. You don't need to see me and acknowledge me as, female or whatever. If we can hang out and just be guys together and, drink whatever preferred beverage and play video games or watch stuff about, Safari Unlimited or whatever that's called, good for me. I'm happy. So, I hope that helps. I tried to shorten it down. That's kind of compacted, but I went on for 20 minutes. But yeah, it's perfectly normal and acceptable to like one gender over another or no gender at all. It's not a contest. There's no right or wrong. You just have to pick what fits for you and what's truly comforting to you. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.